Hi ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. I'm so happy to be back. Also, goddamn, there's a big ass wolf. But ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to mention this in the previous part because domains are getting like I'm at the point where to be able to do a level 90 domain, which is the one that gets you supposedly 2 legendary drops, but I rarely get that at all. I might have burnt out all my luck on these characters, which I'm happy with, but still. For those guys who don't know, basically when you're going into a level 90 encounter and your character is level 80 and your weapon is level 80, then you'll get a huge nerf of whatever you can do. So you'll go from doing pretty good damage, but just because of level difference, you just get nullified pretty hard. Not too bad, but enough to be like, oh, I used to be able to hit these people pretty hard. Not anymore. What's going on? It's even though like the damage would be the same, it's just that it reduces it because they're a higher level. So the thing is though, is you cannot exceed level 90 until you get past, until you get to level 50. So you cannot ascend a weapon or a character, I believe, up to level 90 until you get to level 50. So I can't do anything, so you just have to get used to dealing an overabundance of damage so that you can actually still take them down. Now, I don't really have that yet, I just have the ability to swing an extra 4 more times, and I'll just do that, and hopefully I have enough couple more seconds to beat the domain and get it done. So that's where we're kind of at right now. We're still kind of in the slightly grindy phase, and again, the thing that's killing me, and I really should just do it, I really should just level up Barbara, because, yeah, I'm stubborn as hell, and I'm like, but what if I didn't? What if I just tried to have a build where I didn't need a healer? And it's kind of working, but one thing is holding me back, and I think you guys are aware of that. If you guys seen the last video, essentially, I am building this person to be like an unkillable kind of, so loud, person, whatever, by essentially putting him with an HP percentage, and you guessed it, another HP percentage. Now these are not fully leveled up. This one's pretty close. This one isn't at all, and this one isn't at all either. But if I can get all 3 of these in HP percentage, I'm hoping, I'm not sure if it's gonna happen, I'm hoping that we'll have enough bang for our buck to actually basically never need a healer, even though I would like to have a healer at some point. So I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why I'm so stringent on this. But I don't have a legendary equivalent of this, and I don't want to invest into purple because purple will stop at level 18, and golds go all the way up to 20. Now it's only 2 levels, but still, that's just the difference between perfection and not, and I gotta, So even if I find one of these that's shit, and like has the worst substats ever, I'd still use it just because right now I'm only interested in him being a way to keep my characters alive. I looked into it. The shield that I'll get at the max point is going to be, I think, pretty godly, but not like unbreakable, but that's fine because I can recast it on my characters. So theoretically, we should be somewhat okay. But yes, I know a lot of people who are building Zhongli for just elemental recharge and also his ult hitting harder, which is also a great way to build him. But those people have like a ka-ching, and I don't. And, you know, it's rough out here. Anyways, regardless. But yes, I'm grinding domains and using all my resin every day to spend it on trying to get this last mask. And likely, I might never get it, but I'm still grinding towards it. But that leaves my other characters kind of at a loss. Now, I did break off a little bit and get Venti all of his base wind animo damage bonuses and stuff in their set. Although I don't get this part. Increases swirl damage by 60%. Super huge. Swirl damage doesn't damage anyway, but cool. But then this part. Decreases opponent's elemental resistance. Okay. To the element infused in the swirl by 40% for 10 seconds. Does that mean if I use my ult that sucks everyone in like a ball and they're just getting like shredded, and I run over with Razor and I make that electricity based, or I make it a fire based, does that mean they're weak to fire now, or electricity, or is it they're just weak to all elements? You know, because it says elements infused. So I think that's how it plays. Okay. Or what if I put like a lightning dot on someone and then I like activate my quick little animo? Does that count? When that causes like a chain reaction? And are they weaker to that? No. Regardless. Jesus Christ. ladies and gentlemen, all that aside, sorry for me rambling, but today we are going to be doing something and reiterating something that everybody has been saying, but why not get to it a little bit late, because maybe some of y'all watch me and don't watch a lot of the other fantastic and wonderful creators on the platform when it comes to Genshin content. But essentially, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to mention this when we first started grinding, but I forgot, and I apologize for that. But essentially, your boy got to level 45. Awesome. 45, about to reach 46. Happy. One of the other tips, besides just getting to level 45, is to save a specific resource that you accumulate as you're leveling up, as you're doing story missions, as you're just progressing through the game. And it's called fragile resin. Not condensed resin, but fragile resin. Also, there was a reason why I was in town. I forgot. Damn it. Shit. Anyway. Fragile resin. This item basically restores 60 resin on your character just by popping this. Boom, popped. You got 60 resin. You can go. But they are very, very rare. And the damn designers have been trickling out content for us a great deal, which is quite frustrating, actually. That every single time there's a new event, they're like, hey, but what if you miss a day and you're not able to get everything in the shop, and everything in the shop's really good? Well, if only you would have had some fragile resin, or maybe you're gonna have to spend primo on increasing your resin daily cap, because there's two ways to increase your resin: pay money or primo, or this. And yeah. Anyways, in today's video, guys, we're gonna pop one of these, maybe two, we'll see. But by the way, I have used like a couple of those, but one of the things I would highly advise, because it's such a good return on investment. But if you're going to go do a domain and you're not just like killing it, you're not just like done, because maybe you have a Diluc who has like the perfect artifacts and all that stuff. Maybe you have a Razor with the perfect artifacts, all that stuff. If you're not one of those people who can like do it really fast, then I would suggest making your finish more potent by doing stuff like this, by making this. Also, it costs $200 and one little shard. Like it's super cheap. I would highly advise you guys doing this, because yes, you can make two of these. Now what that does is that basically allows you to cash in 2 runs worth of a domain. So you'll finish a domain and you'll spend your condensed resin, and that'll give you double the drop rates of the domain. And again, it's super cheap to make. Lovely jubbly, all that stuff. Oh my golly, I'm so close to 50. Oh man, I think I might be actually able to get to, within a couple days. I might actually buy the stupid like thing, the season pass, because yeah, that's $680 primo. Probably not worth it. the $10, whatever it would be for the season pass, but the experience books, that may be worth it. And I don't know if I'll always do this, but there's some cool kind of cute weapons. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and farm this one again. This one's a bit sketchy. I wish it was more of a just gradual experience. Also, I'm very happy to report, this is very delayed at this point, but the event, this one, turns out I wasn't the only one that was like, this seems like a bunch of bullshit. This seems fucking awful. The 60 primo gems is not even how much you get for doing your dailies. And it's just terrible because you can't reset. And also, some of you guys on consoles were saying that how awful this is, because when you're loading to a certain point, it takes even longer to load into your encounter. I'm on PC, so load times are not the worst. But if you're on console, then you like fucking up and having to load all the way again is awful. And again, I feel like this event, again, I love all of the events and I love Genshin so much, but I think this event is entirely in the wrong direction, where all of the other events seem to be getting better and better, because they were using the strengths of the game for in its favor rather than the weaknesses. Like the weaknesses is doing this. That's awful. You know, it's awesome. Bouncing around, getting your ass moving, climbing up shit, hang gliding, moving as fast as you possibly can. I would have loved it if it was like a time trial, which would have made more sense, because you're a delivery man, dude. Like, what? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's start grinding out this domain. It could be a little rough because, you know, I'm not like quite there to where I'm not killing it yet, you know? We out here trying. But again, I should just level up one of my In fact, I think we'll do one. Yeah, let's do this. We'll do one of these for Zhongli, and then we'll go try to take care of Razor and Barbara. But luckily, Barbara and Razor have the same, or sorry, Barbara and Venti. Barbara and Venti have a domain that's the same. One, it's the same Animo and healing buff, which is awesome. But in order to level up Barbara, I still have to bring her higher to the point where she can actually do... I need to kill the stupid water boss for Barbara, though, so that's going to be a touch of a nightmare. But ladies and gentlemen, let me down some coffee so that I'm not playing like a complete and total baby. I don't know. Oh, by the way. Oh, lordy lord, man. This shit. Oh, I hate it. So, by the way, I really want to get the Fire Girl leveled up. But I can't do the 90 mission because of this shit. I hate it so much because it basically means you have to have 2 DPSs. And they hope to God they don't fucking dip on the same element. Because this shit is the worst. When Superconduct is triggered, an elemental blast will occur, dealing damage to surrounding enemies. Basically, the first thing that you see is like, good. Do that. Freeze enemies, hit them with electricity. You'll fuck them up real bad. But then there's things like this. When Melt is triggered, you will be hit by a powerful blast, causing damage to your character. When Vaporize is triggered, you will be hit with a power. Basically, if you use Melt or Vaporize, you're getting smashed hard. So in the fire domain, for the fire runes, or artifacts, sorry, it has like energy, so like electricity is the thing that kills me. And I have Max Constellation Razor, which this first opening hit is always electricity, so it's not even like I just can't use his ult or something, so I'm just like, fuck. I do have Chun Yun, so I'm gonna probably level him up, but you guys know how this goes. We get ready for the big boy. He's gonna fly in the air, he's gonna dip his head down, and then we're gonna fire it right in his fat face. Hoof! This! This! Give me some damage buffs. Whop, whop, this again, even though it's not, I should probably not, well, I do that to regenerate my ult, not to necessarily deal up a lot of damage. Also, ow. Man, that hurts so much. I mean, you're level 90, so I guess it kind of checks out. Also, I really should have put my armor on. Just for safety's sake, you know? He's dead, that's good. Luckily, Zhongli has literally all of the health in the world just because of how I built him, but you know.
Right. Order guide you.
Do some of this. Do some of this. Do some of this. I was hoping this would be significantly better, but it's kind of just fine. I was hoping that'd be a good damage phase. It was, again, just fine. I love Razor, man. Just the way he like feels so good. The only thing that I need him badly is I need crit rate. And I think I will build him electricity base just because I feel like it's more synergy, and I understand why people say it's a better endgame comp. Run! I can't run! Bullshit! I got stuck on some fucking pebbles, you rat fuck. I'm so mad. These last couple videos, guys, I've been extra just close to the wall. You know what I mean? I've been really like, I'm willing to just break my nose on your face because with a headbutt. That level of like self-destructive nonsense. Also, I'm running out of food. Let's eat this because fuck it. Also, does this make a big difference? Oof, that hurt like fucking hell. Jesus Christ. Doing some bullshit.
Time for takeoff. Brace yourself.
So now he's weak to the element in my circle.
Order guide you.
A whopping 10,000 damage. Oh man, look at that. It's not ideal. I'm gonna pop off with this. We're gonna do one of these. Chew, eat, eat, eat. Give me that shard. Give me that shard, please. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh. I hate their other bullshit. They teleport everywhere. And they fuck me up so bad. Why is your shield technically still on your body? I hate it. Check this out. This. This. Boosh. Shield did not melt because he fucking teleported, and apparently he was still there for a lot of time, but it didn't happen. Oh, this. Get him out of the AoE me. That still hurts you. No, get him away from the AoE. Get him away from the like dot. See, they put that like ice shit on the ground, and it just wrecks you. It's just as soon as those shields are gone, it's fine. It's just the fact that they're like, you're an asshole. You can't do anything, and I'm like, yeah, I can't. Ah. Anyways, we're gonna use that condensed resin to get double the drop rate, so don't be fooled. If I do get 2 here, it is not lucky. It is just, yeah, I see, oh my god, I see so many content creators are like, look, I got 2 drops. Look at that. Easy every time. And I'm just like, I've seen it drop twice, once, my dude. Literally, look at me. Once. Not fucking with you. Once. Unfortunately, we didn't get a mask. A mask is a thing that we need. But who knows, again, in the pursuit to get the mask that I need, maybe I get the perfect other substats, or either, but also maybe the different substats that can help me build Zhongli in a different way if I wanted to. Let's see what we got. It was a helmet for sure. A crown. Yes, we got a crown, which was healing bonus. Really? Why would I ever want... Why does healing bonus even drop on these? That is literally... I guess no. I guess there's other characters, so Noelle. That could be pretty good at Noelle. Okay. Fine. Fine. We got defense and defense ruins it, but the energy recharge, not the worst. Again, I got a lot better ones, such as this. But anyways, we also got this, because we got oh, but it's electro resistance. Disgusts me. Anyways. The good news is I actually can do Razor's Domain, which I probably, well, I don't know, man. I feel like on streams I'm going to hope, so badly that you guys will help me with this one, because this is the one I was talking about with the fire set, where it just completely counters Razor's electricity. Whereas if you do any sort of like electric shit, it'll just smack you so hard in the face, and you're like, I don't know what to do. I just keep getting hurt. It's a bad time. But we're gonna do this one. This one's super good for Venti and Barbara. We got this one with Animo damage and the swirl effects, and if I could get good legendary substats on that, that would be absolutely lovely. Although I don't know what I'm looking for with that. I feel like my Venti's pretty good with elemental recharge just because he has the Favonius bow. So I feel like elemental mastery and maybe, I don't know, Animo damage would be the only thing that I would be looking. Oh, and crit rate maybe. And then there's this one, which I would like for Barbara. Just it gives her a pretty good healing substat, all that stuff. You guys want to know what sucks though? This bit sucks. This thing. I'm trying to level up these talents, but it's just a slow going asshole. All right, it's just annoying. You're sitting there like, come on, please. And I just farmed all the weekly bosses. I didn't get this, so I'm just like, fuck you, you piece of shit. The good news is if you keep getting shit that you don't need, you'll maybe go to level up one of the new characters that you might have gotten. And you'd be like, holy fuck, I got it. Or I got like I can level her talent up all the way easily because I just have this hoarding of the material that I didn't need. But yes, how it goes typically. Now this one, again, this is great. It's like, oh, you want a good healer? Okay, you're just fine. Physical damage bonus by all party is increased. Crazy. That's just solid. Razor's drooling. He's like, holy shit. Yes, fam, please. We're gonna do one of these. We're gonna do one of these. We're gonna do one of these because we need to get our health or our shield as soon as possible. Let's wait to get Venti's ult, which should come pretty soon here. Roll away. We're gonna try to get Venti's ult again. Give it a minute. This should give us those ult. We're gonna bunch all these motherfuckers up. Boom, like this, like this, like this. Like this, and we're gonna do one of these, bah! And we're gonna just fuck them up that way. And we're also gonna do one of these because they're all grouped up really well. We're gonna reapply our shield, use our ult. Probably should use our one thing for that. I dodged that, you rat bitch. Jesus Christ. Surprised Electro Girl's running at me right now. I think she's spugged. She should have ran at me with that electric damage, which would have been fine. I would have been able to tank it.
Time for takeoff.
Check this out. Fadoosh. That like consistent damage burst is so good. And we'll do this. I'll do one of these.
Stabilize. Order guide you.
Oof, that's a lot of damage. Good thing I had that thing. Oh, I love the crumble sound too when you hit him with a claymore. I think it does extra damage. Yeah, they always teleport behind you. Actually, no, I don't think it's always, but they always feel like they do that. Fadoosh, fadoosh, doosh. Done. See that one's like, look at that. We not a single. Well, we got a little bit hit. Razor got a tiny bit hit, but that's what it should be. Okay, with a 70 bonus damage bow. Okay, might be a bit presumptuous, but still. But hopefully we get some good drops. Again, either or is good. This one, holy, that's a lot of purple. That's only 2 golds though. That was the bare minimum, baby. Not even 3. I mean, again, grateful for anything. But just saying, just that man. Attack and attack. We don't want attack. We want elemental mastery. This one's pretty good actually. Yeah, apparently how Barbara scales, her healing scales off her HP, which is actually awesome. And that can be amazing for Barbara. So. Yeah. Also, I think it's good for Noelle too, because I think her HP is also that, or maybe it's defense. No, I think hers is defense as well. Weirdly. Anyways, where these golds at? Well, we got this one. HP, that's just fine. Attack, and critical damage. I mean, I guess that's good because, like, yeah, there's no like heal bonus that you can get as a substat. So maybe HP would have been better, but that's kind of just good for anybody, I guess. It doesn't hurt to have a little bit more attack. Yeah, considering Noelle is actually one of those, not Noelle, sorry. Barbara is one of those weird characters where you actually do have to melee to actually get a benefit from it. Where is, I thought we got 2 legendaries though. Where was the other legendary? Oh, was it one of these? I think it was one of these and I just didn't see. Ooh, HP recharge, or energy recharge. That's good for Noelle's ult. But again, HP I think it would probably be best if you just want to build her a healer, which I don't know if it would be better to build her for HP or her ult. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, that is the business. That is what we do. Yes, that is the end game for us. I don't know if I want to spend any more of my points, my condensed resin or my fragile resin, that's what it's called. Because I'm just a cheap bitch. It's just like, no, but what if I had it forever? You know? Oh, I don't know, man. On a side note, you guys want to know what's crazy? I finally, after grinding all the weekly bosses forever, I finally got one prototype, and it's this. Can you believe that? It's a bow, first of all, but just generally speaking, what? Are you shitting me? God, okay. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, that was just a video I want to talk to you guys about. Again, the #1 like rule that people gave you, which is wait till you get to 45 and then spend your condensed resin. At this point, I'm still kind of trying to like roll things around in my head in terms of like where I want to build, how I want to build them, etc. That's why I'm not like just burning all my condensed resin. But also, again, like I said, in upcoming expansions or whatever, they sometimes have this thing where they're like, hey, if you missed a day, you might not be able to get everything in the shop because you didn't run the event to the utter best point. So yeah, I would like to spend some of my resin there if I needed to. I think 50 probably is too much to have on hand. I probably like 30 would probably be just really good. Probably even 20 would be good just to have that much because you get 60% or 60 bonus just for consuming one of them. But again, I would also suggest you guys use the condensed resin just so you get double the rewards after the domain, unless you're just like you can quickly clear them easily. But for me, again, it's still a bit of a slog to actually clear them. So yeah. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys do enjoy the rest of your day. Subscribe button below me. Those 2 videos to my far right. Thank you once again, and goodbye.